It's been about a year and a half since Konami and Bloober revealed their remake of Silent Hill 2, and fans have been skeptic ever since. For one, Silent Hill 2 is a beloved classic and many fans' favorite of the franchise who have already been burned once with its remaster, and the fact that the team developing it doesn't really have much success behind them, with the most successful games under their belt being the Layers of Fear games. So to throw such a developer in the deep end for a remake of one of the greatest, most beloved, thought-provoking video games of all time, fans are indeed worried. The reveal trailer didn't show too much, but I remember asking myself why James looked so uncanny. He just looked kind of weird to me, and that was pretty much all I took away from that trailer, his funny-looking face. Fast forward to just recently, we finally got a new trailer where they showcased nothing but combat, and sadly it doesn't even look that good. The animations don't look smooth or tight enough for a full price, next-gen game that is meant to possibly be a Game of the Year contender and remake of one of the best games ever made. The gunshots lack that oomph of impact. But luckily, at least the developer confirmed that the trailer misrepresented the sound effects by cutting the frequencies of the sound design to put the music at the forefront. Now, while a game's quality is subjective, it's plain for all to see that this certainly isn't made with the budget of many of its contemporaries, like Alan Wake 2, even the Resident Evil remakes, or with the Dead Space remake. And with the reception the trailer got, I think people are seeing that as a sign that maybe Konami isn't as fully committed. Deciding to make the first promotional clip after 15 months centered around combat doesn't instill in me much confidence. The way the trailer is presented, it makes Silent Hill 2 seem like a Resident Evil 2 remake clone. I mean, it's hard to really blame Konami or Bloober for going after that Resident Evil remake money. These games have sold exceptionally and reviewed incredibly well. But the CEO of Bloober even stated in 2023, and I quote, "We still would like to make meaningful games. We still would like to keep our DNA and to tell stories about things which are important to us. However, not by environmental storytelling, but by full action, to have much more mass appeal, and I think that is the reason why we have chosen Silent Hill." End quote. That's a bit worrying to hear, that what they're taking out of this is to propel Silent Hill and turn it into like an action franchise. That didn't even work well for Resident Evil, when like 5 pushed the envelope and then 6 went full into it. Now, while I enjoy 5 and 6 a lot, in co-op exclusively, that isn't what made the franchises what they were. You see, Silent Hill as a franchise isn't known for its combat. Much of the gameplay consists of navigating around and finding keys or other items to bypass doors or obstructions, or solving puzzles and riddles, with less focus on killing enemies. While this is because of the setting, or to hide the clunky controls, it's hard to say. We haven't seen a new Silent Hill since Downpour, back in 2012, and before that was Homecoming, which probably had the least clunky combat in the series. But even then, fans still didn't like it very much, even though I personally kinda did. This also isn't the first remake of the franchise, with Shattered Memories being a remake, retelling of Silent Hill 1, and I thought that game was fantastic, but not because of combat. There was essentially no combat in that game. It was the storytelling, the environmental aspect of it, the horror feeling of running from these monsters with no way to defend yourself. It was great. While there is no release date yet for the Silent Hill 2 remake, the game is scheduled for this year, 2024. So time is running out. I just hope the developers take the feedback and response fans are given, as an opportunity to improve on what they already have. Here's hoping they take that feedback to heart.